Now we are wrestling with this week in news. And a lot of shit happened, if you ask me. So,
Yeah, there's so much stuff that I forgot of everything. I was
uh,
like trying to recall it.
but let's start with something that happened that is very old news to us. 2 weeks ago was Survivor Series. We wasn't on last week. So can we get maybe your brief thoughts on the show as a whole, Scooter?
It it seemed very off. It it it, it seemed just a step off, and the, it it was it was average in terms of Survivor Series events. Yes, Raw got a clean sweep, and again,
Surprise, surprise.
SmackDown comes out looking inferior. Uh, I mean,
Because it is.
I mean, at least in terms of talent
Right.
wise.
I know what you mean.
But like everything, it was again just off. It made Drew McIntyre look like you know I don't want to say a bitch, but um,
Yeah, kind of.
that shouldn't have been how McIntyre lost. Um, with Jay's interference, yes, I agree on that. The referee stoppage. Oh God, it's and then bringing everybody out at the end for the Undertaker, only to send them all the way back because they were breaking the law live on the air.
That's what I wanted to say. If I can, real quick, that's something I was forgetting. Who would have thought this to me? It's just like the most backwards thing, but the dead man found God.
Yeah, he's
Sorry, I had to say it. It's true.
it's a little funny.
It's pretty fucking funny. I saw him talking to a pastor the other day.
Yeah, those are old. It seems like
Huh?
those are old interviews.
No, this one was new actually.
Oh, I have to check
It
that
was a
out.
newer one. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Uh, was that your last thoughts, Scooter?
Yeah.
What about you, Kaliko? What was your thoughts on the show?
My predictions got swapped. I mean, I kind of figured it was going to be that way. Roman getting the win was something we didn't see coming. That match actually was really better than I thought because when you think about Roman and Drew at WrestleMania 35, that was not like everybody's go-to. so
It wasn't
so
Michael
to,
versus Hart at WrestleMania 12.
exactly. So to me it did better. It did seem a bit off. Um, I just the tempo. It was just the way that they had the tempo. The tempo was kind of off, and I guess because they were just trying to build hurry up to get to what everyone got there for, which was the Taker retirement. Which I mean, it the hologram shit was dope, so
Yes.
I give him that. But overall, I give it like a B minus B show. It's pretty good.
Alright, now that we got the old news out of the way, time for some new news. Sting joins AEW.
Oh, dude.
I don't really, it's awesome that Sting's there, but I always kind of falter to, do you really want to bring in older talent?
Okay, but here, hold on. This is different. I'll tell you why. Because he might maybe one or two matches in the future, but as of right now, he's being brought in as a character. He's
Right.
not going to be a wrestler.
And that's actually something I liked.
And it fits because he's Sting. He can tell a story with his eyes. He don't need to say shit. And that's exactly what he did. When he honestly, I'm not joking. This is the first time in years that I've had goosebumps or chills. Just from how his mannerisms and stuff. There's just the Sting mannerisms of that cold stare, and then how he kneeled down or he stared down at everyone in the corner, and then when he got to Cody and Darby, it was like he was looking in their soul to say, okay, what does everyone see about you? Well, let's see if you're the real thing or if you're a scam. You know what I mean? Like he was looking in their soul.
Maybe.
Well,
I love that shit.
In Sting's contract, he is not taking any bumps.
There you go. Like I said, and he's a good character. So I think it's a good pickup. He has 30 years of hurting his body. I think he deserves it.
It's essentially the Stone Cold Sheriff role. He's going to be.
He's a legend. Yeah. He deserves it.
I mean, hearing Tony Schiavone go like that, it was just it brought everything back. I can say with 51% certainty that we will get one match
in the future.
And it will happen in March 2021 to celebrate. And by the way, Schiavone and
he'll be there as a character. Yeah,
we're wrong. It's been 19 years, not 18, since Sting's last appearance on TNT, and we're most likely going to get a Sting Chris Jericho match.
Yeah, let's do it. That's something I've been wanting to see for years.
In March 2021, that
would be awesome.
Of what is expected to be a tribute to Nitro.
Cool.
It's funny that Jericho and Sting was in WCW.
Oh, so I'm sure Eric Bischoff will be
20-some years ago, and they've never actually had a match with each other. And that just goes to show you how inept Eric Bischoff was at that time to have a talent like Jericho and not put him against somebody.
Okay, here's the thing with Bischoff. He was nepotism. He helped his friends. Yeah, he helped his friends.
Galika, what are your thoughts on Sting joining AEW?
It depends on how they use them. To me, what AEW really does is
I think they started really well, actually.
The one thing that they do really well is bringing in older talent to try to uplift their new talent.
Tully, yeah.
But the problem is, it's just trying to get those new talent to connect to average people, if that makes sense.
But with someone like Sting, you can have him be a character to carry this, like be a carrying character for the show, and you can build your show around his character. He doesn't have to wrestle, like we were saying. He's a great character. He can tell a story with his eyes. But go ahead, sir.
I get that, but my thing is, who is he going to? It sounds like he's going to connect it to our boy Darby Allin.
I'm just going to say, it sounds like Darby's first.
The way he looked at him was like a dad who went and got cigarettes.
That's what I'm saying.
20 years ago, and he just got back. You know,
that's like an actor. Like people you don't see those looks, like those in depth. Like there's something behind the eyes. Like you can tell what he's thinking. Kind of looks. You don't get that anymore.
He looked at Darby last.
Right.
And
that mattered.
what I think is going to happen
And he went side to side. Yeah.
is eventually we're gonna really see it play out through their faces.
Who is this kid? Yeah.
And eventually we're gonna see that other side of Darby Allin's face start to get filled in.
That'd be interesting.
And
because he did look at both sides. That's right.
Darby's gonna take on Sting's makeup.
I didn't even realize that. Okay, so that makes perfect sense now that Sting looked at both sides of his face. Okay.
Now my only drawback is, I just wish they hadn't gave him the TNT title.
Yeah, I so much agree. Holy shit.
Because to me, that when they did that, it cornered him as a mid-carder.
Yeah, I agree with you.
When I felt like and I'm not saying that he's going to be a mid-carder forever, but I
don't see him as anything more than an upper carder.
I felt like him winning the championship would be more of a
No, not
now. But I'm talking about building himself. What I'm saying is him fulfilling his character, getting on a roll to get to the championship. Let's say like he didn't have the title, Kenny Omega's running through everybody, and this guy somehow pulls it off one time. You see what I'm saying? That would be a big moment, right? That would be like a holy-ish moment, because Kenny Omega, by wrestling standards, is like among the best of the world. And for him to get caught by that guy would be a big deal, especially if you see Darby Allin progress to that point. But to me, when he's the TNT champion, it almost feels like he's kind of plateaued, and Sting helping him is only going to help him to retain the championship rather than aspire to a goal. Does that make sense?
Yes, that does make sense.
Yeah.
So that's where my confusion was. That's my only drawback, is that I wish he didn't have the title so he could aspire to the title. You see what I'm saying?
Is there a possibility we could maybe see Sting inspiring Darby to give up the title and go on that role you were talking about? And that part's finished.
No, go ahead. I can't see that because of the simple fact that he just got the title. So that's where, like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
I wasn't implying right now.
Oh yeah. But he would have to have like a hell of a lengthy reign, and to me, I don't see that in the cards. I feel like if he didn't have the title, Sting came in, changed his life, then he aspired to a title, whether it be the TNT title or the World Championship. I felt like that progression would be natural, rather than him already being the champion and it only enhancing his character, because in essence, I feel like the character of Darby Allin would make the title more so than the title making Darby Allin.
This is AEW's biggest flaw. They get someone on fire, and then it just fizzles out, like with Orange Cassidy.
Right.
Darby Allin. Darby Allin was on fire for a hot minute.
And you could probably say that they're both back on fire again. I mean,
Private Party.
So
Lance Archer.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Cassidy.
I mean, we could go. The list goes on that spectrum. But hey, now that Sting is maybe helping Darby Allin, maybe somebody will actually know who he is.
I think it's a little premature to say that. But
there's also the possibility that AEW will screw this up. I'm surprised. Yeah. I'm surprised nobody said. I'm surprised Shivani, Ross, or Excalibur could say. But whose side is he on?
Right.
Right.
For all we know.
Oh, the whole Bobby Heenan.
for all we know, what if Sting's a mole?
Ooh. the black
That would
stripes
be
become yellow.
that would be
becomes
killing
orange
the
stripes?
hero part of his character, but yeah.
Oh, interesting. Well,
Well, he's an anti-hero, so
the
But
tagline,
anti-hero with pride, in he's a good hat anti-hero.
the tagline of the show was "Winter is coming." Winter came,
Right.
and it was Sting.
I mean, I don't think of winter with Sting, but okay.
I mean, yeah, it was also Game of
I like the
Thrones
new music.
tagline,
Yeah.
but there were no dragons or kitties, so
Let's get on to the other big thing that happened on that show. Kenny Omega won the AEW World Championship from Jon Moxley with the help of Don Callis. And of course,
Jackal.
Don Callis said,
I'm always going to call him the Jackal.
find out what happens on Tuesday, which is Impact Wrestling. Now, if you don't have the Access TV, which I do actually have it, you're not going to find out what happens on Tuesday. Am I not wrong on this?
You're right, but real quick, someone go ahead.
well, most cable companies, as far as I know, now carry Access TV. I have it here in New York. So plus also you got to remember Mark Cuban's behind Access TV.
That's
so
right.
Plus there's also the Twitch stream, which will probably be running around the clock now. But I want to know what the hell came out of Don Callis when Moxley struck him, because it looked like rose petals.
Yeah, it was rose petals. There was like a little flower on his suit, and it just kind of exploded when he pushed him.
Like I thought that was a handkerchief. Like, and it just like.
So, yeah. Real quick, my takeaway, with the Omega situation, obviously it was amazing. Are we to that point right now, or what?
All right, I'm gonna say it.
I had something to say about that, but okay, I was just asking first.
It's just like it seemed like a big FU.
Okay.
To AEW.
So here's what I think. If they're smart businessmen, this is what's happening. Okay, Omega goes to Impact. You know what? If I'm AEW, I'm getting that damn women's division of Impact to help AEW.
That's actually not a bad idea.
That's the Impact is way better than AEW, and it fits.
That's one of the probably the
they need to do that.
That's one of, if only, the solid benefits.
So give them Kenny and then get the women out of it. It helps.
But this is essentially an NWO angle, and
I understand. I'm just saying they can help each other here.
I mean. This shouldn't have been Kenny. It shouldn't have. I mean,
it's the new heel version, but yeah.
Yeah, was the biggest lobbyist for competition in terms of television, and he gets it, and essentially he's one of the he's the founding father of AEW, and now he's gonna go, and now he sells out to Impact. I think this really could have been done with someone else, and
he does make a good point about the sellout part. Yeah, that hurts his reputation, but yeah.
You want to continue, Scooter?
It's just
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought you were done.
No. I was, but it keeps playing over in my head. Yeah, Kenny's gonna show up in that empty arena in Nashville, and like, yeah, this isn't 1996, you know, and Omega doing this, you know. I've seen people like, oh, it's what the WWE should have done with John Cena and blah blah blah. No, it's not. It's I it, I would have, if it was Moxley and it turned the other way around. I think it would have made a lot more sense and been had a lot more impact. Even if it was Jericho who did it.
Jericho actually has a relationship with Chalice as well.
So it's just
What about you, Kaliko? What are your thoughts on this whole deal that happened?
I was disappointed in that match. Not in the sense of how it went down, but more in the sense that Kenny, whether he was a good guy or a bad guy, his premise is that he's the best wrestler in the world, hands down, point blank, period. And me being a Kenny Omega guy, I'm expecting him to just straight up wear that ass out the ring. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
And to me, it fell short to me on that part. I get why Don Callis was there, because if you check Don Callis's history, he's the biggest Kenny Omega mark probably in the world. So it made sense. It made sense in that regard. To me, I feel like everybody thinks this is going to be a future working. Everything that I'm looking at, it screams one off as a favor, because I can't. I mean, yeah, they might have Kenny come and then they'll have another person go to AEW to help out, but I don't see it as a ROH New Japan situation where they were literally like going back and forth. You know what I mean? So until I see that happen, I can only take it as face value of that part. I can't go into the deep end of what it could be until Tuesday, which, I mean, whoever ain't got access, you can watch it on the internet illegally like everyone else, because that's the only way your ass gonna catch that shit.
We're looking at right now the potential, like marquee match is Rich Swann versus Kenny Omega, which, while no doubt in my mind it would be a great match,
that would be.
It's not a marquee match in the sense that it could, put butts in seats, so to speak.
It's not going to be a Hollywood blockbuster kind of match like Brett and Shawn, something that grabs new people who wouldn't normally watch wrestling.
No.
And that's my problem too.
Your marquee match,
Impact,
and the reason that Kenny Omega went to Impact is because AJ Styles has returned to Impact.
Oh, don't give me that with CJ.
Don't you do that. Don't you dare.
No.
Stop
Yes,
it. Stop.
Hornswoggle dressing up as AJ Styles does not count.
How did it? Wait, how is that allowed? That's gimmick infringement. What the fuck?
Well, AJ Styles owns AJ Styles.
I know, but okay, WWE owns the likeness of AJ. Can they sue? I mean,
no, they don't. They don't own AJ Styles.
They don't own his likeness.
Oh shit.
They don't own. like a lot. That's why you see a lot of the wrestlers go in with their actual names now, or with their actual wrestling names. Because I mean,
I believe
like
AJ is one of the few who actually retained his own rights.
right, like
Okay,
Samoa Joe,
okay.
AJ Styles, Samoa
Certain people
Joe.
can't if they have enough pull before they get signed, they can work that deal, but not everyone can. So someone like
Yeah,
AJ, he could probably have worked, and he
but
did.
when when you look at the last couple of years, think about it: Riddle, uh, AJ Styles,
Well, but
Nakamura,
I'm talking about
Samoa
when
Joe.
around the time AJ was signed, not many people got that.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Another thing that happened this week, we got NWA Shockwave. Not exactly what I was kind of expecting. Wasn't really power. Did you watch it, Kaliko?
Yeah, but it's lacking because a lot of their people are gone, man.
I was
Like
just gonna say,
Ricky
how could they
Stark.
have real quick? How could they have a show when they don't have a roster? Really, all the wrestlers are in different areas. Like, do they still have like Thunder Rosa and those people who went to AEW?
Oh
A
no,
couple of
Rosa's
them.
gone.
No,
Sienna's gone.
Thunder Rose is still there.
Or
See,
she
so
ain't.
they
She
are
ain't.
working double. Okay,
She ain't there. There. She's
but
there
technically,
in
she's on
jest.
roster. Is that what I'm asking?
She there in jest, not there in.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
Anderson,
But
Ken Anderson.
I mean,
He wasn't on the first episode, so we don't
Well,
really
I
know.
mean, is he still there now?
Ricky Starks is
Never
gone.
mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Starks is gone.
Now,
Allison Kay is gone. Thunder
Magnus
Rosa's
might
flip
be the
flopping.
only solid. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Thunder Rosa's flip flopping. So it's
And is James Storm still there?
I couldn't tell you.
Exactly.
I mean, the only standouts are Nick Aldis and Mike Bennett, really, and Eli Drake
Camille.
Yeah.
And Camille.
Camille.
You know,
Um,
they announced the matches for next week, and they announced Thunder Rosa as still NWA champion, which means that it's an old recorded match. So that kind of turned me off of the show because I already know that happened like years ago at this point.
Right.
yep.
But I think she's a free agent, bro. I honestly think she's a free agent.
Yep. Plus, the fact that they're calling it NWA Shockwave. For those of you that don't know, NWA Shockwave was formerly known as NWA Cyberspace or the Cyberspace Wrestling Federation. Now, I knew the owner of the original NWA Shockwave, Billy Firehawk, not from wrestling, but from my time in the Rocky Horror Picture Show because he was a part of a cast, and when he passed all those years ago, we held a memorial for him. So calling it NWA Shockwave, trying to elicit like this, potential like relic of the past, of a roster that had people like AJ Styles, Abyss, CM Punk, James Storm, Shark Boy, Sanjay Dutt, who is now a full-time WWE agent, by the way, Bobby Roode, and all these guys, and it really it fell flat.
It really did.
It fell flat because it's like they're trying to make that. It's like spades. They try to make that jack of clubs walk, and ain't nothing walking with them jack of clubs. Like they need talent, and I know a lot of it is COVID driven, but I just wish like they tried to retain some of that talent because they were on the up and up. It ain't like they weren't going to be number two, but they were going to be a legit company.
Right. And speaking of free agents, Davey Boy Smith is now a free agent. Where do you see this guy going, if anywhere? Scooter?
Well, I mean, considering he was making appearances on WWE programming while still under MLW contract, I honestly, I would I see him more going to AEW.
You connect with Lance Archer?
Possibly. Me. Eh, oh God, who was Brian Pillman Jr.'s partner in the Southern or whatever the
I actually don't know.
now
Actually, don't
who
know that.
and I see like him teaming with Brian Pillman Jr. as a second generation team. But considering that he's now a free agent, and since the 2020 Hall of Fame is going to get condensed into the 2021 Hall of Fame, he's who I expect.
Real quick, they kind of already did the new Hart Foundation before the Teddy Hart thing,
Yeah, but I see Davey Boy Smith Jr. being the one who inducts his father.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I think that's a no-brainer.
What about you, Mitch? What are your thoughts?
Yeah.
And,
that's why. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what I just said. He echoed what I think. So,
Right. And Kalika, you want to top us off?
No, I think Scooter took her. He got all the answers, man.
because he went first.
He got all the answers.
And one other thing that's going on, the New Japan World Tag League and Best of the Super Juniors is coming up. Haven't watched it all, but
you don't even want to know, bro. Like
what?
As much as
finish that. Let me hear this.
Okay, let's get this straight.
Yeah, tell me.
The Super Juniors is going expected as I expected, right? Takahashi Ishimori. Show's coming in, he's doing okay. El Desperado. The heavy hitters are doing what they do. Dookie is literally Dookie in this tournament, right? So the people who are, doing their thing is doing their thing. Now the tag league, Toro Yano is in first place or tied for first place. The king of pro wrestling.
What is she?
Is tied.
I mean, he's not alone in this.
I get it. He's tied for first place with Sonata and Takagi. He's tied with Sabre Jr. and Taichi. And Tangaloa, the God is back, so they're doing their thing. Finn Juice is the defending champ, so you knew they were going to kind of do some things. Yoshihashi and Hiroki Goto actually have a decent record in this tournament, and I just don't like the fact that Yoshihashi has any kind of winning record in this tournament. So somebody just needs to go ahead and break his legs so we can go ahead and just call this a night.
What are
Meanwhile, Bad Luck Fale is back, and they just treat him like shit. But whatever.
Yes.
Whatever.
And what are your real thoughts on Yoshihashi, Kaliko?
Fuck Yoshihashi. Because he looks like he doesn't care sometimes. It seems like he walks to the ring uninterested. Like, it's just a job. Okay. Fuck off. At least with Yano, I know, his bit. I get his angle. Taichi, I get his bit. I get his angle. Hashi is just like, do you care? Do you not care? Sometimes you're hot, you're cold, you're yes, you're no, you're in, you're out. You're out.
He's a
You
Katy
see what
Perry
Perry,
song. It's
where
the
are
same.
you?
he's basically Katy Perry songs. Like, Jesus Christ, man.
My sister, my daughter, my sister, my daughter. No.
The only thing he can hang on to is the fact that he beat Kenny Omega.
Might
What
as well
feels
call
like
them.
forever.
Might
What
as well
feels
call
like
them.
20 years ago.
Might as well call them extraterrestrial. Since we're on the Katy Perry thing, yeah. Anyway.
That's a good
You know what
one.
I'm saying? Dark horse. He ain't a dark horse.
Okay, we can do this all night.
We absolutely can. But I think we should conclude our coverage for tonight. If you
Sometimes
that
we
was
just
the
need
quick
to
run.
smile. The new one.
That was my quick New Japan. That was
Sorry,
the
I'll
New
stop.
Japan. That was New Japan in like 2 minutes. There you go.
If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, and comment both on YouTube and Castbox. Catch our interview with Holden Albright this Wednesday during NXT and Dynamite. And you can also follow us on Twitter. You can find me at JamesJ993. Where can they find Kaliko?
I'm Kaliko because I'm finally like in my house now, so I can actually do shit instead of like spending 3 weeks trying to move and shit.
In your house, Coleco Vision.
Where could they
I'm going to pitch. I'm pitching that to WWE, just for the record.
Go for it, dude.
Where can they find Mitch Mayhem and Mitch Mayhem tweeted?
At Mitch Mayhem X.
And where can they find Scooter Dust?
At Scooter Dust and hold it down for the UNB network at UNBS Wrestling.
Well, Kaliko Yachts, Mitch Mayhem, Scooter Dust, I'm James J, and this has been Wrestling with Entertainment.